Om Swastiastu. Good morning, everyone. Today we would like to present our material about fricatives and affricates. With me, Adnyani Dewi, and my friend.
And my name is Sinta Lestari.
First one is fricatives. Fricatives are consonants produced when air passes through a narrow channel between two articulators. This passage creates the pronunciation of the fricative consonant. There are different types of fricative consonants depending on the articulators involved in the emissions of sounds. One particular type of fricatives are sibilants in which the tongue moves longitudinally to cause air to pass over the edge of the teeth and create a hissing sound. Okay, so the first one we have labiodental fricative. Those fricatives are made using the lower lip and the upper teeth. For example, this one is voiceless. And the examples of the word is five, four, fine. And this one is voiced. The examples of the word is fine, violet, vital. Alright, the second one we have dental fricatives. The tip of the tongue against the teeth creates these fricatives. And this one is voiceless. For the example of the word is sizzle, think. And the second one we have voiced. It's the. The example of the word is this and that. So the next material will be present with my friend Sinta.
Thank you for the time, and I will continue the presentation. The third one is alveolo-fricative. For this fricative, the tip of the tongue move up against the gum line behind your upper teeth. For the voiceless example, you can pronounce like s, s, and the word example, su, su, and zip, zip. For the voice example, you can pronounce like z, z. For the word example, zoo, zoo, and zip, zip. The fourth is alveolo-palatal fricative. These fricatives are made using the tongue of the alveolar ridge at the top of the mouth, further behind the teeth than the alveolar fricative. For the voiceless example, you can pronounce like sh, sh. For the word example, sure, sure, and zip, zip. And for the voice example, you can pronounce like zh, zh. And the word example, azure, azure. And the five, glottal fricative. For this final category of fricative, the back of the tongue move up against the gum line behind your upper teeth. For the example, you can pronounce like ha, ha. The example, hot, hot, and heat, heat. Okay, the next material will be continued by Mia.
So now we move to fricatives. Fricatives are a consonant that begins as a stop and releases as a fricative, generally with the same place of articulation. In English, there are only two affricate consonants, t and j. Both of these sounds are alveolo-palatal sibilants. These affricates are a little more complex to pronounce. In fact, their pronunciation is divided into two phrases starting with interruption in the passage of air followed up by a fricative sound. For example, voiceless t, ch, t. When we try to say bitch, chains, chops, China, and so on.
For the voice example, you can pronounce like j, 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 j. The word example, joy, siege, jaunt, and orange. Okay, this slide about the conclusion. The main difference is that while the fricative is pronounced through the narrowing of some part of the vocal tract, and the affricative are a complex consonant that begin with an occlusive base before moving on to a fricative base. All of these consonants are divided into two types, voiceless, and voice. To produce voiceless consonant, we don't use vocal cord. Voice consonant, we use vocal cord. The difference is clearly seen when we try to put our fingers on the front of our throat when pronouncing. When making a voice sound, we feel like there are vibration in our throat. For a voiceless consonant, we just should feel nothing. I think that's all about our material. Back to the moderator.
So guys, that was our presentation about fricatives and affricates. So hopefully this video will be useful for all of you who have been watching it. Thank you and bye.